Mass. That is, what should we call it, the most standard version. That side of the line. So is that wrong? We're going to clarify that after we've done some standard ones. Okay, Mass.
Yes, well.
One or two of you not too sure of it. So you start long, you step forward.
Hey!
Cut the head and then protect your centre line. And then cross the
Hey! Up! Hey!
And the distances, as you can see them. So, you're not sure how far to start. You go 1, 2, that's how far apart to start. Then step forward again,
Hey!
enter, so now you're in distance.
Hey!
Head, protect the centre, follow the line. Mass. One point is don't rush. No, it's wrong to rush. It's not just how fast do you feel like, what mood are you in this morning, how bad was the journey or whatever's happened. There's appropriate speed. Too fast doesn't give the right feeling. So remember, third Ken Saburi, although you step back in the Saburi, Ken is vertical. And it's seconds. Hip second, not on your back foot. Over your head, or if you're doing the other roll, over your head, but always over your head, not over this shoulder. This is completely wrong. Over your head. Then you blend, the Ken blade turns all the way up. And you step round. Cut the head. And having cut the head, you move to here. Protect your abdomen. The swing up comes, you move there. Anyone puzzled? Right? Mass. Two quick Don't settle your Ken out there too much, because now the line is I have to bring it over my head to strike. That's not really the correct way. The correct way is the feeling of pulling. So if the Ken is near to my side, Now I pull into the strap. It comes over my head. It's one move. Much as we can, we want to avoid lift and strike. We want to pull. The energy's coming this way. So I have to keep it close in fairly tight, and then that's feasible over here. Another thing, we come here, and here, now here, not here. Very uncentered, isn't it? Not too much. Nice. Now, this next move, when we cut ahead, we must get the distance right, but relax your right hand, move it, well, round in that manner. What I can see is a kind of, almost like that at times, because your distance is wrong. If you grip the weapon, this is fifth Suburi stuff, yeah? Right side, relax the right hand, it pivots, you can turn freely. Full thing. To the head, you see, smooth, round cut, lock, cross it. Okay. Nice. MUSUBI no touch. What is it? Very much misunderstood, I think. It's the kind of, almost like the kernel of Aikido in one place. Kimasubi means the energy is knotted together. So, if you like, it's the big AWASE. But more than AWASE. Or it highlights what AWASE is. Now we have the AWASE exercises. First AWASE. Second AWASE. So those two mechanisms are matched. And to quote Saito Sensei precisely, he says, the AWASE exercises are basically an analysed version of the no touch. And then we have the third. And the fourth. Which side is the fourth one? That side. And although this isn't one of the numbered ones, no doubt we remember that one too. Now for both of those you have to go to the left. Or you can go to the right. Fast. MUSUBI. That is another version. Well, it's just added a bit on, isn't it? but you go then that side. So, normally, rightwards, normally. There's more to it than just where do your feet go. Thank you. So now, MUSUBI, the tricky part, which is above all why it mustn't be rushed, is this idea of connection. And you've got ebbing and flowing kind of correction in here. Both types. Different types, yeah. You've got the kind, this type of AWASE, this type of AWASE. So, fire please. So you have to think differently when you're practicing it. Swords are united, tied together. MUSUBI, it's knotted, I believe. So it's like they're connected. Yeah, together. Especially there's no chippy chop, no chasing. Follow it in. Don't chase it in. Smooth. Connected. And you have to feel that. So the weapons are connected, but the weapons are an expression of the body, as we often say. You know, so if the Ken moves forward, the body's drawn forward. That's the reason. We don't poke and chase. So now we come to this aspect. So it's very much observing the whole of your partner and mirroring the movement. Mirroring. It's a loose word, you have to be careful with loose words. Matching. I think be a bit clearer as we go along. Slowly. See that together, there's no advantage. The connection of the swords, we can regard it in two ways. Because they're tied together, I'm pushing Aya's Ken. Now I'm pulling it. Now I'm pulling it, she's being pulled, or she's pushing me. You can see it either way because they're connected. Then the strikes us together. So it's like I pulled Aya's Ken down. Now, I push it up. And then she's trying to strike, I move round and blend here. And that's just, well, that's a body movement to protect us. And then I push it up. It doesn't work properly as I'm talking about it while I do it. But the sense of it is of connection. Now, if you do it without connection, often too fast, but hey! Oh, it's good, didn't it? Quick, strong. It's crap. It's meaningless. MUSUBI is not a sixth kumitach. It's not swordsmanship. It isn't, It's principles of Aikido. Tai no henka kino nagare. Connection. So we would practice it with the right attitude. What we're trying to achieve is connection. The words break down. It's a feeling you have to develop. Only you can do it. But providing you know what it isn't, which is chippy chop, chasing. I think they're a good chance. It's what it puts into you. So.
Hey! Hey!
Observe your partner, not your partner's weapon, and feel their body language. So, feel it, not in your head. Doesn't matter whether you go right or left, really, if you've got the blend right. If there is blend, whether you finish with the yokomen or whether you finish up here. Those things don't matter compared with the overall principle of ki MUSUBI. Okay? If no one's puzzled, I'd be absolutely amazed. But no one will say they're puzzled. Okay, I'll let Alan see. I'll puzzle it up. What part of it puzzles? I mean, if you, in the early stage of Aikido learning, well, we're probably all in the early stage really, when you're just getting used to the footsteps, you step right, left, you can't really think at this level. That's understandable. But if you can understand what it isn't, it gives you more scope to move to where, to some form of, I don't like to use the word sort of higher purpose. We're not that grand, you know, but somewhere along the upward curve. Right, feel it, please. Smash. Now let's get really clever. Fringe of understanding. Right. The ki should be contributing to the movement, to the blend. Breathing in. Hey! Ah! Hey! How many ki-is? One ki. Because if the whole thing is united, but the tone varies a little bit. Now, if you compare it with, and I wouldn't say this is utterly wrong, hey! Up! Hey! Up! That's a disaster. But you can use the tone of the ki a little bit more to somehow clarify the movement and the connection. Hey! Ah! Hey! Up! In the other roll, I'll be the uchi. Hey! Ah! Hey! Ah! Comes out about the same way. Now, the ki I need to blend as well as the body. I think one of the biggest unknown parts in Aikido is O-sensei's sound. We know he was very big on Kotodama and the sound, the noise, the chanting. And a lot of that comes from Yamato Ryu. that Japanese sect of extreme Japanese Shinto sect. But we know sound is important. That's why it's ridiculous to have Aikido without Kiai. I think everyone knows that already. Carry on practicing. See if you can feel the sound. Use the sound in a relevant way. Use the sound. Just think that the sound is part of it. And adjusting the length of it, sharp, longer, sharper, fitting it to the movement, penetrating the other person's ki as well. Okay.